Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Christine. I know I don't have my bookshelves behind me. It's because I have a migraine and I'm just not in the mood to set up. So please bear with me with this background. That's why the video didn't get done yesterday. So this is my weekly wrap-up. But something from last week, one of my subscribers had asked about the address for my other channel, and it will be in the description below. I did include it, like I added it back to the other description, so I haven't, like I said, posted anything recently on there except for a rant about my machine. I'm hoping to get to it. It's just life. But I hope to do like sewing tutorials, embroidery tutorials, work with me's, that sort of deal. So yeah, because there might be something happening next month that pertains to my business, so we'll see. So I finished 2 books and an issue of Giant Days last week. So the first book I finished was Desires of the Dead by Kimberly Dertine, and it's the Body Finder book 2. I'm just lowering the brightness. It's still bright. I gave it a 3. Violet was constantly doing stuff that was really stupid. Like she'd go off on these like excursions because, okay, she is a body finder. So when she gets close to a dead body, it doesn't matter if it's animal or human, she gets this thing called an echo. And it's different for everybody. Like, one time she hears harps. Another time she'll smell like burning toast. And when she gets to the killer, or the reason, it's hard to say. When it comes to animals, as long as they're found, they're fine. But when she gets close to a killer of a human body, or an animal, if they've killed them, she gets the same echo. So if somebody killed a dog and she hears harps, then if she's close to the killer and she hears harps, then she knows they're the killer for that dog. So when she gets close to, you know, she goes on these dead bodies, and when she gets close to the dead bodies, she'll get these echoes, and something compels her to go to them and dig them up. And so when she goes away from them and doesn't do that, she starts getting sick and ill and loses, not consciousness, but she kind of blacks out. So she goes on these excursions by herself to find these dead bodies because she's getting these echoes, and she's getting herself in trouble. And the reason she's going by herself is because she doesn't want people to worry about her. But yet she wants people to worry about her. So it was kind of really irritating, so I gave it a 3. I want to finish the trilogy. I think it's just a trilogy. So yeah, I'll finish it and then be done with it. So then I finished reading, sorry, I have a lot of Emerald Green by Kirsten Gear and translated by Anthea Bell, and it's the Ruby Red trilogy, and it's book 3. The first half of this dragged. Oh my god, did it drag. I would have gotten the audiobook for it, but it was like on hold for 10 weeks at the library, so that's just not happening. The second half was great, but the first half, it felt like I was reading and reading and reading for hours and only getting 1% done of the book. And I'm like, really? So for this trilogy, it was, how do you put it? There's this family that can time travel, and they have these things called chronographs, and they put their blood in the chronograph and then they can time travel, but there's only 12 people that can use these chronographs, and she's the, I don't know if that's giving it away because it's been so long since I read the first book. But yeah, they can time travel, but they've got to find things and do stuff. And I can see why it took me so long to pick it up, because it dragged and dragged and dragged. I gave it a 3. I liked the ending. The ending had a nice little twist, but not enough to make me give it a 4. So I'm glad that trilogy is done now. Sorry, my hair is doing. Anyways, so I know I'm not describing them that great, but it is what it is. So the last book I'm reading, no, sorry, not last book I'm reading. Last book I had read. Oops. Oh, why is it doing this? There we go. Giant Days issue 4. Who is it by? John Allison and Lisa Tremaine. But it's just a bunch of, oh, brightness. Is that better? There we go. And I got it through Hoopla. And it's just a bunch of kids in first year university in England. I still love Esther. She's still my favorite. But you kind of get a backstory of Susan and McGraw in this one. So it's kind of nice to see how they know each other. So yeah, it's just life in university. And so we are now up to what I'm reading. It'll show up better on here, but I am reading it on my ebook. And it is Storm Siren by Mary Weber, and it's book 1 in the Storm Siren series. It's a really pretty cover, but she is an elemental. It's young adult fantasy. She is a elemental, and she shouldn't exist. Elementals were only supposed to be male, and the big way to tell what she is she's got pure white hair. So she was bought and sold 14 times as a slave because her parents died when she was 5. And so far, like, I'm only 14% in, but so far when she gets mad at somebody, she ends up killing them, because she can not shoot lightning, but she can command elements. So storms, think of Storm from X-Files. Oh, I'm tired. X-Men. And that's pretty much what she is. So I'm liking it so far. So yeah. I'm still reading Kathy Reich's Death du Jour. This is book 2 in the Temperance Brennan series. She is a forensic anthropologist, so she looks at bones and can tell sort of how they were killed, their ages, stuff like that. And this has got a whole bunch of different cases in them, and it's really getting good. I'm almost done. But yeah, so that's pretty much, I don't want to say too much in it, but there's a lot happening in this, and it's really good. And then I did start this, yeah, I haven't marked it. These next 2 books I started one a couple of days ago and started this yesterday, but with my migraine, it's just, I didn't mark it on Goodreads yet. But I started reading Chateau Veale by Emily Spencer, and it's about a girl going back to her grandfather's winery in France. And her father had been disowned because he married somebody that her grandfather did not approve of, and this is like all in the first 2 pages. And she's going there to ask for a loan from her grandfather, and her distant cousin, I think, is the heir of it. And we're just meeting him, but I know he doesn't like her because he thinks she's coming back to steal the winery, or her inheritance, whatever. I have a feeling it's going to be an alpha male, and he's not going to be likable, and it's going to be this great love story that doesn't exist. That's just how these were written back then. When was this written? 84. The original was 84 by, and then this copy was in 85. So I was like 9 and 10 when this was written. Yeah, that shows my age. I was born in 75. But yeah, so I can already tell what it's going to be like. And then I did start Survive the Night, but I only got like the prologue by Riley Sager, and it's a girl who goes to a rideshare board to get a ride home, and there's been a serial killer. Was it her sister that had been killed by him? And she thinks he's it. So this would be my first Riley Sager that I've read. I do own Final Girls, I just haven't gotten to it yet. So that's what I'm currently reading. And then, with those books, I will be finished my Triple RC challenge for this month. So I'll probably pick up these ones. Jeannie Williams, The Cave Dreamers. And this will be for my A Million More Pages challenge that I'm doing for myself. If I don't get to these this month, I'll just bump them to next month, sort of deal. Sky O'Malley by Beatrice Small. These are historical romances. I don't think they're contemporary, or were contemporary when they were written. I think they're all historical. If I can get to it. Doesn't say. I know this one is, but I'm pretty sure this one might be too. And then De La Claire's Where There's a Will. It says family, so I don't know. It's Harlequin Romance number 6. And it was published in 91. So I don't ever remember seeing these types of Harlequins. And I mean, I've been around since Silhouette, Temptation, Harlequin, the white Harlequins. Like, so I've never seen these ones, but it's number 6. So those are what I'm gonna probably pick up this week, if this migraine will ever go away. I will do a currently checked out sometime this week, hopefully, of all my library books, and I will be doing the Blaze book haul. I know somebody wanted to see that as well, so I will do that. And it's just a book haul that my mom gave me of a bunch of Blaze books that she's not into those books. And then what else? I've been trying to do Friday Reads live, so I'm gonna get my videos in when I can, and then we shall see. My son is doing his exams this week. My daughter already did hers last month because she's in college. Actually, the end of April. She's done hers. And he's doing his this week, and then he will be probably working with my husband for the summer. So, summer videos might actually happen this year on a more regular basis because people will be out of the house. The only reason I don't do them when they're in the house is because I'm constantly getting interruptions. And usually, my husband, it's 10:45, he's usually texting me by now when he's on his break. So, yay for uninterrupted videos. Let me know what you guys are reading. Like I said, sorry about the background. It's a day. And I will talk to you soon.